Hey guys, I'm Adam Ringshaw from streetsmartsuccess.co.uk, and today I want to talk to you real briefly about wealth creation for beginners. So many young people have the ambition and desires to become wealthy, rich, financially free, but they have no idea, no clue about how to get started. They're given this false belief and this false hope they simply need to get a high-paying job. In today's modern society, it's more likely just to become a celebrity and overnight success. But the truth is, if you really want to create wealth and abundance in your life, then you need a proven, tried and tested plan, a strategy, a plan of action or a roadmap that's going to get you from where you are to where it is you want to be. And it's going to close the gap. So here's 3 things you can do to focus on wealth creation, building and growing your wealth, and getting started as a beginner. These steps, these principles are not sexy, they're not glamorous, but they're proven. They're fundamentals. And until you really start to implement and master these steps, I can tell you right now, the chances of you ever becoming wealthy are slim to none. So, what are these 3 steps? Step number 1, start to track and monitor your expenses. Track and write down everything you spend on a monthly basis. And then analyse it, because if you want to become wealthy, guys, you need to start saving a proportion of your income. A percentage of your monthly and annual income needs to be saved and put away for later use so you can grow it. But if you don't track and monitor your expenses, then you're never going to be able to save. You'll believe your own story, how you haven't got enough money to save because you spend it all on your expenses and paying bills. So start to track and monitor your bills and then look for ways to reduce your expenses and reduce your outgoings. Of course you can focus on increasing your income, but let me tell you right now, if you don't get a hold and master your expenses and your habit of spending, then it doesn't matter how much you earn, you'll never start to save, and you'll never save enough. So step number 1, track and monitor your expenses, look for ways to reduce your outgoings, create a surplus from your income to your outgoings, and then save a portion and a percentage of your income every month. Then step number 2, you need to look for ways to implement and invest that money, that saving that you start to build. Once you've got the habit, you need to look to ways to invest it. Now, the very first thing you can start to invest in right away today is invest in yourself. The best advice I ever got from any of my coaches and my mentors when I was starting out was invest in me. And I did that heavily, guys. I've spent tens of thousands of pounds in seminars, coaching programs, workshops, DVDs, home study courses, books. I'm hungry and I'm a hunter of success. And if I want to become wealthy, then I know I've got to study wealth and study success. So start by investing in you. And then start to learn on ways you can invest your income and your savings in a method or a vehicle that is going to bring you a return on your money and make your money work for you. The key to creating wealth is getting your money to work for you rather than you working for your money. When you start to earn money while you sleep, when your money starts to multiply and compound over time, let me tell you, there's nothing more liberating and more freeing to know that your wealth is growing behind the scenes while you're working to make more of it to save, invest and grow. So step number 1, start to save more money by reducing and monitoring and tracking your expenses. Step number 2, find ways to start investing that money. Invest in yourself and then start to invest in education of how you can implement that money into vehicles that are going to bring you return on your money. And then the final step is to reinvest. Let me tell you right now, most people will invest an X amount of money and they'll get a return, they'll take that return and they'll go and spend it. And that's the temptation, of course. But let me tell you right now, if you really want to become wealthy, if you truly want to become financially free, get in the habit of reinvesting your returns on investment. Reinvesting the capital that comes back to you. Whether you've invested in education, in real estate and property, in businesses, in stocks and shares and commodities or foreign exchange, don't worry if any of these things sound a bit daunting, alien to you right now, or if you've already started. I don't know what level you're at. But whatever returns you start to get from any of those vehicles, get in the habit of reinvesting them back in to the very things that are bringing you a return. Because then you tap into something called the law of compounding, the principle of compounded growth. Compounding growth is a simple principle but incredibly profound, where something starts to grow very slowly in the beginning, but then all of a sudden it starts to accelerate and then explode. And this is the way people usually become wealthy over time. People like Warren Buffett, who start small, reinvest, use time as their ally and their asset, and then things compound and grow very, very quickly, very slow in the beginning, but eventually very quickly. So get in the habit of reinvesting in yourself, reinvesting in your education, reinvesting in the things that are bringing you a return, and think long term, guys. If you're truly committed to becoming wealthy at some point in your life, then commit to these 3 steps. Start to save, reduce your outgoings, your expenses, start to invest in yourself and vehicles that can bring you a return, and then start to reinvest those returns for compounded growth. Do those 3 things today, every day, on an ongoing basis, and I promise you one day you'll achieve a level of wealth and freedom that you otherwise only dreamed about. These are the principles, these are the fundamentals to wealth creation, guys. I'm Adam Ringshaw, streetsmartsuccess.co.uk. There's a link in the description box. Go to the website, find out more information. I look forward to seeing you soon. Go to the link in the website and I'll see you at Street Smart Success.